okay, I've thought about this before, like especially when you guys started making those pens and shit like that, right? Is like someone wants to get into like product making and shit like that, right? With something like this, do you have to hire an engineer? Like you can't just hit up a Chinese manufacturer and tell them like, yo, can you slap my Puffco logo on the last 30 pens you've made? You can. A lot of people do that, but you guys didn't do that, No. So how do you approach a process of starting a company like this? Do you have to hire an engineer? Like how do you really do that?
So like, one, I consider, it's kind of corny and I hate saying it out loud, but I consider myself an artist. It's the only way.
You are, bro. What?
No,
spit my cereal.
You are
such an artist.
art.
Yeah, but I'm not the engineer. I'm not the industrial designer.
You came up with the idea though,
Neither
bro.
is Damien Hirst.
But like, listen,
you know what I'm saying?
Neither am I, bro.
Let's get to that.
Same shit. But like for me, I just tried finding people, like I have these ideas in my head, but I have no ability to make them. Who can I find that can even draw an image? So I first went on, I forgot what the site even was like, all right, somebody told me I need a CAD designer, AutoCAD.
You're like, what the fuck is that?
Don't even know what it is, but they're like, this site has people that will freelance. So I find this dude in Portland. My dumbass flew out there to meet. I could just did the shit online.
Sometimes you got to fill it out though.
And that was the Puffco Pro. That was the original pen. Wow. And that guy wasn't very good. And so I hired someone else to make it better. And that guy wasn't very good. And eventually I got to Avi, who was our first real lead engineer and now our chief technology officer. Like he's doing big moves these days. But that artist algorithm made it easy because it ain't about the money, man. Like we have no investors.
That's highly respect.
And we kept flipping the bag as much as we could. We have nobody to answer to. And like that's how I approach it. So I just want to get my vision done. I believe, and this is a tough belief, bro. Like I'm from Coney Island. I grew up in poverty. I don't know how you grew up, but there's this thing in your mind of like, bro, I'm having my moment. Do I choose this path of art, or do I just try to get paid and make sure I never got to see poverty again? And through therapy and shit,
it's a tough decision, bro, right there for sure.
They call it poverty consciousness, which I don't even like that term necessarily, but it's a tough thing to deal with. Where I feel happy is when I'm like, fuck it, if it fails, it fails. I just want to do the dopest shit until there's nothing left to do. Yeah. And I have the same mentality of you, like, I'm not going to be popping forever, bro. I'm 40. I'm not going to be, I started this when I was 30. Yeah. I'm not going to be 60 on, like, the way I am.
You could be, though.
Could be, but I have the respect.
You could be Nego, you feel me?
I have the respect for what I do. I have this relationship with Puffco of, like, this is kind of like some mushroom type.
Get into it. Let's get to it.
Let it out, loved one.
I believe there is a realm where all ideas exist. Everything that we are capable of thinking of.
Idea bank.
And I think these ideas choose people. You, motherfucker, you're the one who's going to bring me into reality. I take no ownership over it. It found me. I didn't find Puffco.
Nothing personal.
And I feel like
that.
It's a portal that's created where this thing is like, as long as you do what I say, like you serve me, you make sure you get this idea that it is into the universe, I'll keep giving you more. And just like when you said you're shooting blanks, sometimes it's like, nah, that ain't it, player. That's not what I brought you here to do.
Exactly.
And I never want that shit to close. And I know as soon as I chase paper, as soon as I'm like, yeah, it went out for you too.
Sorry.
No, the mic's good.
Mic's good.
Okay, cool.
It'll pick up everything though.
There it is. Okay, cool. But anyways, I just want to make sure I don't lose that relationship with this ability to create. Because I wasn't a lifelong creative, bro. I was just like a fan. I was a fan of streetwear. I was a fan of weed.
But that's the best people in these positions are people that were students of the game before them and that picked up that knowledge, bro.
I identify with what you're saying right now.
I don't want to fuck that up, bro. I don't want to stop creating. That's the shit. Then what? Just like go on vacations with my fiance? Like that's fun, bro. But like I'm a New Yorker, bro. Like I am
trying to get
hustler.
to it. Yeah.
I need to wake up every day and go chase that dream. And
nah, you are preaching, bro. You are killing it right now. Literally the words you're saying, that's like what's in my head while I'm driving or some shit like that.
But also
bro.
you're slow and steady. So when you're like, well, in 2 years I'm gonna blow up or I'm gonna flop. Like Puffco and our journey has been consistent. What's crazy is like from 2016 to 2021 for 5 years. Every year, this is a crazy thing to say, we were able to say we made more money this year than we made all previous years combined.
That's fire, bro.
And then whatever, economy got fucked up. We're still in a great place, but we had that like little reset. I never want this to end. And I know as soon as I care more about the bag than the vision, it's over. I just know it's over. And that's 10 years, bro. Like, 6 years ago, I'm like, yeah, of course I'm going to be fucking washed at 40 years old, bro. Like, done with this, hopefully a little bit of money in the bank. We're more popping than we've ever been. And so, like, it's good that you have that respect of, I can fuck this up. I can also get this really popping. That's a really good relationship to have with it. And you got to be ready. You got to be ready for that bump in the road. You got to be ready to fuck up. Like, all that shit is a part of it. But as long as you're not...
And it makes the path fun and more rewarding whenever it goes that way. You know?
It's the dream, bro. Like, every day I wake up and work on making shit to smoke weed with. Like, what? I'm going to sell this and do what, bro? A regular... Even as an investor, whatever I would end up doing next, bro, shit is going to be boring compared to this.
Yeah. You're really at the cutting edge of this shit, you know. I feel like you guys are creating your own equations and solving them at that.
But so are you, right? Like, it's this thing that didn't exist. The work you're doing didn't exist until you made it exist. And now it's a niche, and I'm sure I see there's other people trying to make like ashtrays or like other types.
This nigga's on some other shit though, bro.
You are the shepherd from the portal. You know what I mean? And like, as long as you honor that responsibility, I don't think you can fuck it up. Like,
no.
And again, as long as you know, like, man, I can't feel myself too much. I can't go crazy. You can't. And how old are you?
28.
28, that's like, yeah, man, turning 30 is really what changed shit for me. Like, I was nothing I thought I would be by 30. So, like, it really fucked me up, and I just started doing shit for me. And I would advise you to not stop doing that, bro. Like, I hate giving that advice, because if you grew up poor, like I grew up poor, and the fact that I would tell you, like, fuck it, bro, risk being back there, I say it with a heavy heart. It almost makes me tear up, because I don't want you to have to risk that.
Oh no, but it's all about, you know, as you're saying, it's like, you know, you're gonna be here for as long as you can. Like, I feel that 100%. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm here to the ship sails or sinks.
To the fat lady sings.
You feel me? Yeah. And with that being said, it's just one of those things where, you know, every day, you know, I gotta consider, I got, you know, not only myself, my family counting on me, but I got employees counting on me. They got to pay bills. You know what I'm saying? They got to get their shit going. So it's more of a bigger purpose. And, you know, just seeing my friends and just like my peers around me just take what I got going on and apply it to their own business and go crazier. That's all I want. You feel me? I want to end that blue collar state of mind. You know, where I'm from, everybody, nobody's parents really works in offices like that. You feel me?
Oh, of course.
So, you know, no one really had like, none of us from like our side of the town really had anybody to look at. You feel me? Even, you know, I bring up my homie Recipes Money Sign Suede. You know, we were both people that like identify with that issue. We didn't have no one to look up to at that time, and like the only thing that was concerning to us the last year was like, man, we just trying to get as many people on it, and we trying to show people that this is how you do it. This is the blueprint. You know what I mean? And like that's if you want to talk about bigger goals and bigger missions in life, that's really all I'm concerned with. That whole money thing, it's like you saying that you know, you're saying the truth. You know, I came up doing these products, but most importantly, I came up with an agency. I came up with a lot of clients hitting me up and to do stuff for their brand. So while I was paying the bills, I was like, let me take a risk on all these products, you know, and let me spend this money that I gained for the agency. Let me apply it to these products and let me see what comes of it. And here we are. But I've always taught myself that you know, it's kind of ironic whenever I have friends that are burnt out, you know, about their brand, or they're just upset or they're annoyed. I tell them, like, look, bro, it's kind of ironic. You kind of don't want to look at your brand for money. You feel me? You do not.
It's fucked
you do
up.
Not. The minute you start looking at it for money and for like an opportunity like that, that's when you go a little crazy. Definitely, you know, pay your bills. You know, go buy some pizza and shit like that.
You can't make art if you're not paying for the canvas and the paint.
Absolutely.
So we have to make money. Like, we have to find a way to keep the lights on. But if it's getting that bag, seeing what you can get in a short amount of time, you're gonna fuck it up. And like, yo, what a privilege! What a privilege that you get to put your vision before money. And like, again, I can't that shit hits different to motherfuckers that grew up extremely poor, that know what it's like to have a hungry stomach, that know what it's, I mean.
Oh yeah, at one point it was 10 people living in a 3-bedroom crib. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, we came up in a Northeastern. They would turn the fucking electricity and gas off. We'd just be freezing our fucking asses off as a family under blankets. Like,
have you ever had any like opportunities to like people offering you like a huge bag to sell the brand or do things you probably wouldn't morally agree with, or like even just like want to agree with, but you're like, okay, this gives me a lot of money, let me just do it just for the bag? Like,
it's funny how hard of a no it is. So like, I'm much more calm these days, man. Like, I'm grateful to be my age and have the ability to like not take things personally. But when somebody's algorithm is paper and getting the bag, I really don't fuck with it. Like, if all they see in me is opportunity, I don't fuck with it.
You can smell that shit.
Yeah. So like, when people approach me with that, historically, I've done everything from like giving them the cold shoulder to outright being like, bro, don't ever fucking speak to me that way again. That was very much a younger version of me. These days, I'm just real with people. Or if they come and they're like, yo, are you interested in something? I'll say, we're not.
Yeah.
But like, if you want to be cool and nice to us, stick around. I don't fucking know where I'll be in 10 years. Like,
I feel
maybe
that.
in 10 years I'll be looking for somebody to take this over from me.